Today we're doing butts and guts, bums and tums, glutes and abs. Honestly, this is my favorite combination of things to work. I hope you're gonna love it. All you need today is a pair of dumbbells, nothing else. I'm using a sneaky, sleek pair of 8-pound weights today. That feels right for me. Are you ready? You ready to get going? A quick interjection. I just watched this footage back and I just ate lunch before I filmed this video and you can see it a little bit. And I just want to say that's normal. It's also normal to see your uterus because we have organs in our bodies and it's okay if one day you're like, there's my food baby, okay? That doesn't mean you have a bad body. And I'm saying this because I watched the video footage and I was like, should I re-record this? And then I was like, Joanna, don't be crazy. So I just thought, you know, we all have stomachs and organs and I'm about to start my period, so maybe it's that, I don't know. But embrace your body and all its ripples and shapes, okay? We're gonna start super wide. I want your hands on your cheeks because we want to activate the butts. Let's start feeling it. So let's go to the right, sink your hips back and stand up. And you can close your eyes, you can stare, zone out at the floor. What I want you to feel is your butt working. And it might take a few repetitions to feel that. Let's do a few more slow. So I don't want your knee sinking forward at all. I want it to come back, stretch over the glute, and then activate that glute. A little faster, down, up, down, up. It can be small if that's where you feel it better, or you can just play around with what variation gets the booty going because that's the whole point, okay? 4 more, we're gonna kind of move around, get you loose before we're getting like deep into our butts. Should we say that? I don't know. Stay on the right, down, come up just an inch, down. Now this can be for quads, but not today, baby, not today. So sit your hips back and you wanna feel the glute grab. I'm gonna take a hand to the stomach just to keep everything where it belongs. Little pulse, down, down, down. Okay, so my foot is way over here, but we're gonna step to it. Push off this leg, start down, down, push off. I'm still thinking pretty light here. Otherwise I'll get into my quads. I am quadzilla over here. My quads want to do everything. I'm like, oh! Stand down. Okay, last one. Come into that wide stance. We're just gonna dive forward for a nice little hamstring moment. A deep breath in and a deep breath out. Wiggle your hips side to side. You have a few counts to roll up here. We're going right away into that other leg for a little left leg moment. Down and up. Oh, I'm gonna take my hand back to my booty. I gotta find it. For me, I almost have to think about screwing my leg into the floor. Like a little bit of external rotation, but really like I'm screwing a cap off the jelly jar. Little pulse, down, down. That helps fire up that muscle on my body at least. 3, 2, 1, take it down. Take it, press. Okay, so we're gonna turn into this leg and do some interesting things to try to find that glute here as well. Okay, so stay over your left leg, and we're gonna turn into a little lunge for a stretch first. So a little rock forward and back. This is where you're getting your mindset right for your workout today. You can drop the knee, pop the back. Ooh, that was a good pop. I wish you could have heard that. All right, so we're gonna come up over the front leg. I'm bringing my back leg in a little bit. I'm gonna tent my fingertips, or you have the option to take your weights right here. We're gonna start a little in and out knee repeater. And as we do this, yes, this is gonna get your whole leg a little bit. This is really only our non-glute focused leg moment. So let's think about elongating the chest, opening a little faster, in and out, squeeze. So open the collarbones, stick your girls out, stick the titties out. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? Weight in the heel. 4 more, 3, 2. Now hold with that foot in. You're gonna cross it over and I'll face you in a second. See how far you can get into that. Give me a nice deep plie and then come in. So let me face you to the front. Down and up. The point is to get that hip, that front hip way out to the side. I hope you can see anything. It's kind of a weird angle. So I'm still getting quad for sure, but I'm starting to find this forward facing glute. A little faster. Down, up, down, up. So I'm pretending I have my weights there. Good, 4 more, and then we're on to the other side. So nothing crazy. 3. Give me a little shimmy if you're feeling good. Last one, and come up. So you're gonna stand up back to from whence you came and go to the other side. Down we go for a nice little stretch moment. A little forward and back. Drop the knee, twist. Oh yeah. It is hot and blazes in my garage today. So not that you needed to know that, but makes me feel better. Tent your arms, tent your fingertips, and start that little knee repeater. So just in case I'm sweating profusely, you know why, because it's hot in here, okay? I have excuses. Stick the chest out, shoulders back, a little faster, take it in, and nice long neck, we're feeling good. Okay, you got a few more here. We definitely want that front leg to be burning a little bit. It's okay to work multiple muscle groups. We're just getting warm. Last 2, hold, freeze. Cross that leg over, sit into that hip a little bit. You're gonna come in for 2 and out for 2. So I'll face you again. In, and then send it out. Take it in, send it out. A little faster. You can come up a little bit. You're even welcome to come into more of a curtsy lunge position if that is your jam. In, out. I'm trying to find the glute. This is a very compound movement. Glutes, quads, in, out, in. Ooh, I feel like I can get lower. 4, out, 3. Ooh, my leg is tired. Last one, and just stand it up. Okay, shake it out. Let's stretch our bums a little bit. So just a quick figure 4, pick a leg, any leg. And we're gonna go ahead and get into our first very glute-centered set. This is all body weight, but we're gonna find it. We're gonna find that gluteal muscle. We're gonna get her today. So your focus is definitely activation at the beginning. And then as we get more dynamic and all of that, that'll come into play there in a second. Okay, so I'm going to start with my right leg. You can decide whichever side you wanna start with. And I'm gonna hold onto my surface, which is not a bar, it's just a rig. And I'm gonna take my right leg behind me, slightly turned out, toenail to the ground, toe on the floor. Bottom leg is soft, drop your tailbone, and I want you to, before you lift your leg, squeeze that butt cheek, squeeze. Try to get it activated. That muscle is what is gonna lift your leg. I don't ever want you to think about lifting your leg for this whole set. Squeeze it so hard that maybe your leg moves. I'm gonna actually flex my foot here. Squeeze, squeeze. A really helpful situation to do with your hands is pick a hand. Sometimes it's nice with the opposite arm. I'll show that in a second. To the top of your glute. You wanna feel it. So I'm gonna show you what that looks like with the opposite hand. I'm really able to feel this top ridge of the glute max. And that's what I wanna make sure is on. If your toe is pointed, that's fine too. Squeeze and squeeze. A little faster into that pulse. Now here's where you have to know your body. I'm approaching the camera because I feel passionately about this. Some people find their glutes better in a parallel position. Some people find it really turned out. Some people halfway in the middle. Triplet, up, 2, 3. You're gonna play with your internal and external rotation as well as where the leg is. Is it straight behind you? Is it slightly off to the side? Until you feel that glute on. Okay, back to those little pulses. Squeeze. Bottom foot, she can be pointed or flexed. Ooh, I'm feeling 8 more. Okay, I'm just starting to bring the butt cheek to the game, and I like it. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna change positions a little bit. So you're gonna pitch over your sink or countertop or whatever you got. Toenails still on the floor, lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift. And right now I'm going pretty dang small because I still wanna feel the butt cheek. I'm gonna stay right there. I'm gonna play with a little bit of turnout. Tuck my hips under a little bit. Ooh, I like that. Now I'm gonna start to see if I can go a little bit bigger. Dang, I'm sweating, you guys. It's freaking hot in here. Not that you needed to know that, but I needed you to know that, okay? Squeeze. Try not to lose the connection with your butt cheek, even though you're like, wow, Joanna, your banter is just so witty today. 2 more. Okay, we're gonna stay there and pulse. Hold. Little squeeze right here. Stay in that sweet spot. If your standing leg is yelling at you, perfectly normal. We have to build the strength of that supporting leg. You might be in like a really lame looking position. As long as that glute is firing, I'm happy with you. Little triplet. Up for 3. Up, 2, 3. Now I've pulled away a little bit, up, 2, 3. Let's find our beat. Up, 2, 3. I've pulled away from my rig here a little bit to get out of the supporting leg. That's an option for you as well. Okay, let's just pulse it to the finish. We got one more position here, 16, 15. Let's just do 8. It just feels right. 4, 3. Now you're gonna stay here. Don't drop your leg, don't do it. We're gonna open the hips a little bit. Resume the same thing. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. This is another position that looks real weird. I'm sure I'm giving you a great angle here. So my hips are now stacked. This allows us to get into the medial glute, which is very nice. Your leg doesn't have to be at an impressive height at all. It can be down here, little pulse, squeeze. You can play with tucking your hips under and engaging your abs, or pitching over and being in a little bit more of an arabesque position. Play with it. A little triplet. Here we go. Up, 2, 3. Up, 2, 3. Really important that your core is held this whole time. We don't want to be any sort of weird loosey-goosey position there. Okay, let's do 16 pulses. 16, 15. If you really want to make it challenging, elongate that leg. 10, 9, but I'm losing it. I'm losing the butt cheek. 7, 6. Now this working leg is going to become your supporting leg in 2, 1, and release. Let's head down for a quick little bridge series. Single leg. So whichever butt cheek is tired, that's the foot that you're going to put down on the floor. We're going to do kind of a modified figure 4. So you know how you would cross like this? Well, you're going to take this position parallel today. Hands down by the side, bridge for 2, and lower for 2. So this keeps the pelvis in a very tight position. That way you don't have any like sagging and dipping with the external rotation. So I want you to think about, so my right foot is down, and I'm thinking about my right knee pushing towards the wall away from me, and that gets me a really nice upper hamstring squeeze. A little faster, up, squeeze. Let's talk about all of the cues and corrections here. One thing that's really important is that you don't bridge so high that you're into your back. You want to stay right here in the underbutt area. Hold to the top, little pulse. Now we're going to work with some smaller tempos here. Try to really get some tension built to that hamstring. Same range of motion, a lot slower. Halfway down. Halfway down. So I'm still working with the cue of pushing my right knee forward. I feel a little bit wobbly here, which I love, because I want to bring in that little bit of instability. It's always a good thing. Push, down, 2 more. Okay, you're gonna leave your hips high. Drive that foot into the floor as hard as you can. You're gonna unfold your other leg and just stay. Hold, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Up an inch, down an inch from there. Come on, up an inch, down an inch. Up, down. Good, you can do it. 4 more slow. 4. To make it easier, you're just gonna put that foot back down where it came from. Otherwise, keep that toe reaching to the ceiling. Little faster. Squeeze, squeeze. This should be so small that not really anyone sees it. They come in and they're like, are you really working out? But your cheek under here should be hella tight. Good. 4, 3. We're gonna stabilize here. Hold those hips up. That top leg goes down. For 2, up. Don't let any pitching happen in your hips. A little faster. So this gets definitely a little bit lower down into my hamstring, but as long as my hips are up and my back isn't taking over, it's all on this whole side of the booty. Love it. 2 more. 2. You're gonna leave your leg a little bit lower, just little pulses to the finish. 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, I'm getting the shakes. 3, 2, 1, and release. Now before you're done, you're gonna roll towards the leg that's tired. We're gonna come up onto the forearm. We have a little collapsible clam here. So knees at 45. We're gonna open by pushing down through the bottom leg and drop. Now in a normal clamshell, you would be focusing on this top hip, that top medial glute. Not the case here. You're really pushing in the bottom knee. Let's go fast. Up, down, up. You're welcome to use this top hand for a little brace. I think of my hips going up and down, almost like I was doing this. Up, down, up. You know, with your pelvis. All right, stay up and just hold. Push that bottom knee into the floor. We have the halfway version. Down, squeeze, down. Put your brain into that butt cheek. We're not done with it. We're just gonna pulse to the finish. We're close. Down. Okay, accent out. This was really small. 16, 15, 14, 13. Both knees are pressing out. My hips are doing a little tuck under. 8, long neck, head is on the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna stand up and do the other leg, and then it's all into abs from there. That's really the only time we're using our weight, believe it or not, is for abs. Okay, let's go ahead and stand up. I'm gonna flip over here to this side, and oh, this leg is so much more tired than I thought. I love that. Other side, now you're really good at this, right? So we're gonna have that soft stance, that toe on the floor, little tuck through the hips, and we're just gonna try to find the glute. See, I tried to move my leg first, but that's not it. Squeeze, squeeze. And then once you feel like, okay, my butt is actually firing, we can start pushing the leg out. Maybe it's a flex foot, pull away from your sink or whatever. I actually love to do barre classes when I'm at home by the kitchen sink because I can like pull away if I need to. Nothing else in my house is really that sturdy. Little faster, squeeze, squeeze. I'm testing, I'm going out to the side a little bit, a little parallel. How do I feel the muscle I wanna feel? If you wanna take that crossed arm, check out that top of the butt cheek, it's good. Triplet, up, 2, 3, up, 2, 3. Always try to drive your hips forward, the hip bones especially, and then you're resisting through it. It gets a much tighter and more effective contraction across the glute. Back to the pulse, squeeze, squeeze. Ooh, I found a good spot. It's like kind of backwards and diagonal. For me, it helped on this side to lengthen my leg a little bit. Again, maybe not like the most visually stunning and astounding position to have, but we want effective. Okay, over we go, back up we go, down and up, down, squeeze. Put in the work, zone out, close your eyes, whatever helps you get internal. It's your body. Your hips and your glutes are maybe connected like no other person. I'm gonna try to go a little bit bigger. And I'm just feeling the longer leg. As I lift to the top, I extend it just a little bit. Keep those hip bones driving forward, and that's getting me a good glute connection there. Little pulse at the top, squeeze. I'm gonna pull back to try to alleviate too much fatigue on that supporting leg. And remember, second side is always gonna be harder because we've already fatigued that supporting side. So it's just a little harder, we can do it. All right, little triplet up to the top. 1, 2, 3. Long neck, shoulders are down. We're feeling it. Now I'm having a hard time talking a lot because I'm really trying to stay in my glutes and not default to like the back. Little pulses, 8, 7, 6. We're gonna go right away to that open pelvis position. 3, 2, 1. Now I really have to focus because I'm feeling a lot of supporting leg. Up and down. Ooh, that's a good spot. I had to come up a little bit with my upper body. Right there, baby. Oh yeah. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Good. A few more slow. I'm gonna take it a little bigger. Try it a little bit upright. I actually like that a lot. Okay, little pulses. Everything around your pelvis and hip and glutes and legs should just be pretty tight right here, but you can do it. Keep the knee open. Up for 3. Up, 2, 3. Your pelvis is stacked. Top hip. Staying over rotated. 16 pulses, you guys. We can do it. 16, 15, 14. Again, you can keep it real small or go like whack the leg. You can lengthen it, stretch it all the way out if you want. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was tough. I feel like I always do the same position after I finish. Cross that leg over. You might need a double stretch for your figure four, meaning both legs, because that supporting leg might be extra tired. Okay, come down to the floor. You're gonna stand on it. Cross the other leg behind you. We're gonna rotate towards that leg, down for 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Now see how this feels body weight? I'm gonna give you an option to put a weight on. Since I'm working my right leg, it would be my opposite shoulder, my left shoulder. So if you're good here, you can stay here. Otherwise, run like me. Grab 1 or 2 weights. Up, 2, and you're just gonna add it and add into that twist. A little faster, down. I'm coming halfway up. That's how I feel this glute the most. Down, squeeze, down, squeeze, down. Woo! Okay, I'm feeling my glute like crazy. I'm gonna sit into it, little pulse, down. Scoop your abs. I'm rotating this elbow like I'm trying to get over the front knee. Slow it down, down an inch, up and squeeze. down. Like you're closing a pair of scissors that are your legs. Good. Back to that slow count, down for 2. We're gonna take a little step with that back leg. Squeeze your supporting leg butt cheek, and I want a lot of twist here. Down. Up. Squeeze it. Down. And up. Okay, to the finish, a little faster. Squeeze. Down. Squeeze. You can support this elbow, which is kind of nice, if you want to. Okay, let's do 4 more. My new song kicked in, and you know I can't count beyond 8. 2, 1, and release. Okay, a quick little stretch for that outer glute, but we're gonna head right to the floor. Let's hit our bridge series. Again, the cheek that's tired, that's the foot that's gonna stay in the floor. Other leg is crossed over, ankle over knee, but we're parallel. Start that slow bridge. So let's go up, 2, down, 2. The cue of the knee is really important. If you haven't tried that yet, push your left kneecap forward into the wall that you see in front of you. Push it forward. You know what that does is it keeps it from getting into our backs anyway. And I'm really able to put a lot of tension, a lot of like work, a little faster, into the bridge without overarching, which is nice. Up, down. As you will find from side to side, like this side feels totally different for me, which is weird. I didn't think I was that out of balance in my legs. Sometimes I find it and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel totally exactly the same on both sides and sometimes they're radically different. And I'm like, what happened here? All right, little pulse, squeeze, squeeze. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. You can open your hands here if you want to be zen. Slow that down, up an inch, up, down. If you want to get a little more booty, like less hamstring, just turn out your leg just ever so slightly, like I almost just push towards my pinky toe. That small change could make a huge difference. All right, 4 more. We're gonna have our isometric hold to that unfolding of the top leg if you're ready. 2, now stay there, squeeze, drive that foot into the floor, hold. Okay, that leg goes down for 2, up for 2, down for 2, up for 2, down for 2. I think I went a little out of order here, so before we go fast, let's stop again at the top because we forgot our little push to the ceiling. Up an inch, down an inch. I just grabbed my boob. What is that about? You can touch yourself, that's fine. Oh my gosh. This is about the time of the workout where I start saying weird things and I'm just sorry. Up, down, all my brain cells are like, hamstring. Okay, let's go a little faster and then we'll Rambat Ma that leg. We'll pretend like we're in the Rockettes. Point your foot. 4, 3. Okay, hips stay up, even if it's just a hair off the ground. Go down, up, up. I'm pushing my hands into the floor. You got 4 more and we'll pulse to the finish. Why am I feeling this so much on this side? Okay, the last one's gonna stay as low as you can. Little pulses. Can we do 15? Oh my gosh. Why did I say that? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm hardly getting my hips off the floor, but I'm trying. 3, 2, 1, and release. Ugh, I don't even know what word to say. Roll it. Okay, roll on your side. Let's finish this out. Forearm, make sure it's underneath your shoulder. Open for 2, close for 2. Now it takes me a second, might take you a second too, to get out of the idea that your top leg is really the glute that you're going after. Push your bottom knee, push it into the floor, and release. A little faster. Exhale. Feel like you're bridging and setting your hips down. Hips forward, hips down. Down. Nice space in that shoulder and those bottom obliques. Hold. Okay, here's that little pulse, down an inch, up an inch. I want you to release your hips back, squeeze your butt. Down, squeeze, down, squeeze. This cheek is, she's tired. Okay, a little faster, find your focus. It's helping me to hold my head right now. I don't know why, can't explain it. I want 16 more. Sorry, 16, 15. No, let's do 8. Okay, so this is 4. Get it together. Last 2, 1, and release. Oh, that was so good though. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes if I feel like I can do a few more reps, like why not? Push that. So that's why I'm always saying, this is our last thing, and then I'm lying. Because you gotta get as many reps in as you can while you're here, right? Okay, so we're gonna get our weight, our 8-pound weight. I was gonna do some deadlifts with both, but we're here, so let's just stay here and not overcomplicate our lives. This is a new one for me, this ab set. I hope you're really gonna love it. You're gonna put a weight under your knee, which is weird. My knee is sweaty. Great. We're gonna clamp that weight in there like that. It should just stay there like magic. Come all the way down. We're gonna use that weight as a resistance for our crunches. Okay, it should kind of stay there, hands behind the head. We're gonna put in a little few slow crunches here. Exhale, inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Now we're gonna try to add that slow leg lift. Up and down. You'll feel like, oh, that's kind of different. Let it kind of take over your leg. Relax your leg. So as much as I love a pointed foot, I'm not trying to overactivate quads or hip flexors. I want to lift this weighted leg with my lower abdominals. And so do you. Take it up and down. Now we're gonna stay slow. We're just gonna alternate with a leg that's elongating. So watch me, we're gonna go knee up, set it down. You're still gonna crunch and you're gonna lengthen this opposite leg. Bring it in. Exhale, up, down. Leg lengthens, out. You ready to go faster? I am. Exhale, lift the knee, extend the leg. So at first it's a little weird to crunch while you extend, but try to think of it as a hollowing sensation right here. Scoop through the abs. Exhale. I did this yesterday in a class and I was really sore from it. Okay, one more. We're gonna lengthen the leg and hold. Stay right here. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up if it wasn't there already. You're gonna go back to the curl. Set the head, neck, and shoulders down. That long leg is just gonna live down there. To modify it, comes up to 90 degrees, or you can keep it long and just set the heel to the ground. Ooh, that's actually pretty nice. Exhale. But it's way harder off the floor, so do that if you can. Exhale. Okay, a little quicker, are you ready? Exhale. Lower. You're lifting that weighted knee. Modify whenever you need to, even if it's just for a few reps. 3, 2, good. I'm gonna modify, take it across the body, up for 2. Up, 2, down, 2. Again, just close your eyes or get in the body a little bit, a little faster. Exhale. I'm not opening all the way, I wanna stay deep into that oblique. Boy, I just whistled, I was blowing so well out of my pursed lips. 3, 2 more, 2. Good, hold. If you can lengthen that leg out again, that's great. We're just gonna do a little pulse. Up an inch, down an inch. I'm trying to open a little bit and cross. 4. This is so hard for me. I hope it's hard for you too. 2, 1, and release. Before we go to the other side, let's take a little different set here. Open the legs. This was in one of my videos a few weeks ago. Make me a big X here. We're gonna go cross body, arm to leg, and back down. Take it over and down. Let's go nice and quick. Take it over, down, over, down. I'm gonna take the opposite hand behind the head just so I can push up a little bit higher without getting my neck. So if you wanna do that too, be my guest. If you're getting too much hamstring here, you can always flex the foot or bend the knee or both. 2 more, 2, 1. Okay, other leg, you ready? Take it under, hands behind the head. Again, slow crunches to start. Exhale, inhale. Shoulders down, elbows wide. Here we go, nice and slow. Lift the weighted leg. I love this for the weight that it has. If you're working with a 5-pound weight, might not be quite the same amount of resistance, but you can still sink into that deep abdominal wall. Stay slow. We're gonna alternate the knee. Set everything down. Still gonna curl as I send the other leg out long. Knee again, so we alternate the knee lift, the weighted knee lift. Ooh, that was nice and shaky. Exhale, extend. Now scoop, scoop, scoop right there. A little faster. Knee, exhale. Again, knee, down, exhale. Keep going. Exhale. I'm still sore. Knee. It's crazy how adding weight really changes things. Hold this next leg. Hold. Curl it up. Slow knee. I'm off my beat, so hold on a second. Let's lift. for 2. Ooh, did you see that? Okay, I'm coding a little bit. So I gotta set that side down. How interesting that one leg is actually weaker and I can't control this as well. You probably can't see that on camera, but wow, I had a nice dome there coming out through my midline. So as a postpartum mama, I had to change that a little bit. Let's go a little faster. Lift, lower. You can also modify with that leg at tabletop. That's better. You just gotta watch those things. You wanna push yourself, but not at the expense of losing form. 2, 1. Okay, so everyone's gonna set that heel down. We're gonna crow across the body now, over, set it down. Good, let's do 2 more slow just to kind of get in there. Really exhale and twist as much as you can. A little faster, and I don't want you to open all the way. So I'm just coming out a little bit, up, down. Oh, baby. Wow. This whole leg lifting is really different from my abs, which is interesting. 2 more, 2. Hold, little pulses, here we go. Over, over. If you wanna extend the leg out, you can try it. I'm still struggling. Good, set that leg down. One last thing to finish for low abs, squeak those hands underneath your hips. We're gonna start up the wall a little bit. We're gonna bend the knees slightly and try to really hone in on the lower abdominals here. So we're gonna take a little reverse curl and down. Reverse curl, reverse curl. Push into your hands, reverse curl. Now close your eyes and deepen. Don't throw away this exercise. It's so simple and so subtle, but it can be really worth it. A little faster, here we go. I would rather peek into your living room and not hardly see your hips move, but you're scooping so hard rather than come in and see your legs flailing around. One good sign of that is if you can't go fast, you are using way too much momentum. Sorry, I was talking a lot. Let's do 4 more. So we're gonna slow it down again. We're gonna lift and twist. You might need to open your hands a little bit. We're gonna lift and land on one side. Lift, twist. I think about my toes and legs doing like a little poke to the ceiling and then settle down. I feel like a mermaid in this position. I really like it. A little faster, a little smaller. Up, twist. Again, a good indicator of whether or not you're using those abs properly is if you can go at this tempo. If you're using momentum, it's gonna take too long. Make it even smaller, even more precise. Let's do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hug those knees in. Let's go ahead and flip it on over to finish. I'm just gonna flip it through here. Okay, forearm plank. Start with a nice little body saw, forward and back. Forward, back, forward, back. Scoop through the abs, drop the shoulders. This is a nice opener for the feet and the arches as well, which is just a bonus. Good, stay in the center, little hip dips, right and left, right, left. Now your goal through this whole plank series is just to get through it. Try not to drop and rest. Okay, so make that commitment to yourself. If you need to, take just a breath and then come back whenever you can. Okay, hold in the center, alternating knee drop slow, right knee, left knee. Try to look right in front of where your hands are. It's a good alignment for the neck. Double time, right, left, left. Are you breathing? Okay, double knee bend. This is our last thing. Double knee bend, press, bend. I feel quads a little bit here for sure. A little faster, accent into the stretch. Stretch. 6, 5. Now we're gonna hold from here. You can do it. It's just a beautiful set of 8. 8, 7, 6. It should be hard. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, hips back. Good. Okay, so let's just take like one stretch for the abs, pressing the hips forward. You feel like you have a little bit more abs in the tank left. I'm gonna link one of my older videos. I just recently did it the other day and it's really good. It's a good one if you're just like, I just wanna be able to like not move in my core tomorrow. So let's stretch our glutes. I'll link that up on the screen here. If you're like, ooh, I'm just getting into the abs, but I'm gonna be honest with you, my abs are so sore from that weighted set that I did the other day that I can't give you anything else. That's all I got today. So across the leg, let's just take a little figure 4 here, stretch. into a little log stack. That's my favorite glute stretch. I like to push the foot towards the floor. And then if you want more, booty to the heel and open your chest. It's a good combo. Nice deep breath. Scoot your hips back and you're just gonna stack into that folded position. If that doesn't work for your knees or your hips, just choose something else. Butterfly is always a good option. Otherwise, we're just gonna roll down, take a few nice deep breaths here. Life-giving breaths, okay? We're not here to fall asleep today. Inhale, exhale. I feel like my body's moving. Maybe you got a little sweat on. Good, roll it up, other side. Ooh, good opportune moment for a fan kick. If you want to, cross the other leg and just explore a little bit. I need to shave my legs. They are right there for me to look at. Push your hips forward, puff your chest up, and find a good spot to sit in. We're just gonna breathe. Good, back those hips up, stack the shins. It always takes me a minute, like, are we okay? Is everything feeling good? Walk it forward. Let your head drop and your eyes shut. And let's just take 2 like really energetic breaths today. Inhale, exhale. I'm not probably gonna even jibber jabber at you today. I'm in the mood to just have a nice clean cut video. So roll it up and we are done. Thanks so much for your work and your effort and have the best day ever. See you next time.